guys, welcome back, and today it's boxy time. Now, this is definitely something different for me. This box is Peace, Love, and Boxy, but this is basically a festival themed palette, you know, for like Coachella and things like that. Because of the products that we were given in here, I could not stop myself from really going all out and attempting to put together this festival look. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go through all the products. I'm going to go through how I feel about them. And then just show you clips of me using them and applying everything. So I'm just going to go down the list the way it's on the card. So we have first the Pure Complexion Authority Festival Palette, and that's this right here. Here's what it looks like inside. And it's funny because I noticed that as I was using it, there are a few pops of color, but if you take out like those two pops of color, you pretty much have like a warm neutral palette that you can really do some things with. Let me tell you guys that this is the first pure palette that's come out of the Boxy subscriptions that I have really thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, the pigment that is in this, the glitters, holy smokes, I have no glitter glue on my eyes at all. They're self-adhering. The way you pick them up off the brush and just place it, it just stays. I've been sitting around taking a million pictures because I love the way this came out. There's nothing all over my face. The glitters are staying in place. They are freaking gorgeous. The colors themselves are super saturated. I mean, I really didn't go into this with very high expectations because of the issues I've had before in the past, but this ended up being a beautiful palette that performed really, really well, and it retails for $36. I normally would not pay that much for a palette like this with, you know, just so few colors. But man, I enjoyed this one so much that I'm going to go ahead and say that it is worth it. If these colors are for you, if this is the kind of thing you go for, if this is the kind of punch you're looking for, this is going to work for you. And let me mention really quickly that this also came with this Pure Get a Grip Endurance eyeshadow primer, like a little sample pack that you could use. It actually came in the box with the palette. I did not expect that to work so well. So I have one eye, I have it used on one eye, and the other eye I used my usual concealer as a base, and I feel like the Pure Get a Grip worked much better. The colors, to me at least, seem to pop even more, and they look a little more vibrant on the side where I used that. So whatever they did in there is freaking magic, because that is amazing. Okay, so moving along from there, next up is the Luxie Summer Days 3-piece brush set, and they say this retails for $28. Now here's the thing, I am a freaking fanatic over the Luxie brushes. Every time they come in a Boxycharm box, I get super excited about it. I have here very filthy ones that I used from the last time we got the Boxy Luxe subscription. I wasn't a super fan of these. They perform well enough for sure. I got a lot of use out of this one. I used it for all the glitters, and then I cleaned it off and used it at the end to place more saturated color on the lower lash line. Worked great for everything. But you know, I feel like this brush comes a dime a dozen. I could have had any other brush do the same. This one here, I don't tend to use brushes like this too often with this particular shape. It worked well enough. It got the purple down on there for me. But again, there's just something about these particular set of Luxie brushes that I'm just not super amazed with. This one was actually called the Small Contouring Brush. This is too small of a brush for me to contour with personally, just for my own personal preferences. So I just went ahead and used it as a highlight brush today. It worked fine for that. I have other brushes. I think I have another one actually from Luxie specifically. That's also a highlight brush that looks very similar to this one. I wish I knew where it was at the moment. But yeah, so I just used it as that. Pretty soft. It worked well. I don't know. These are not just my favorite brushes of Luxie's that have ever come in the box. So to say that it's $28 for those three, I'm going to say no. As much as I love Luxie brushes, those three just for $28 aren't doing it for me. Moving on from there is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. I got mine in Purple Dream, and they said this is $27. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is pretty blinding. There's no denying that one. But it has this purple cast to it, which I wish it didn't have, because otherwise it would be a nice highlight to have. But for $27, nuh-uh. There's so many drugstore products that work incredibly well. And we know I say that all the time. And they work incredibly well. And they're a hell of a lot cheaper than $27. So no, that is so insane to me. That did not have to be $27. Moving on from there is the Appeal Cosmetics Holographic Lip Gloss for $21. No, I've mentioned it before. I have one from e.l.f. in Champagne Pop, I believe it's called. Or is that a Colourpop color? Whatever. There's one from e.l.f. that I have, and it's a plumping gloss, and it's got glitters in it, and it's beautiful. I love it. It looks amazing. I mean, this is really glossy, and it not sticky at all. You could smack your lips all day. There's no weird stringiness, no stickiness. It feels great. The little microscopic glitters that are in there don't really make it too holographic. There's nothing super blingy. Considering everything that came in this box, I kind of expected more. The good thing is you don't feel any grittiness from the glitter, so that's good. But it's just a typical gloss. So for that amount, for $21, that is a lot. And I've had drugstore ones that are way better. So no, that definitely not. I mean, do I like it? Will I continue to use it? Yeah, for sure. But for $21, will I ever purchase or repurchase or anything else? Definitely not. And last but not least, we have the Lashaholic Lashes in Instaglam for $14.99. They're on my eyes. And I think these are gorgeous. Would I spend $15 on some lashes? No, because that's just me. And if anybody's been here before, you know that Kiss lashes are my favorite lashes. So I would never spend that much on lashes anyway, because I found so many that I love that cost a fraction of that. But these are a different style for me. I've never had some that were so spiky and just so like, I can't even say wispy. There's just something very spiky about them, but I love them. And I think for this look, it really just added a little something without taking away from the overall eye look, but it accented it perfectly. And I didn't think I would like these lashes so much just looking at them in the box, because it's not the style that I typically go for, but they ended up just being so beautiful once I got them on. They fit very comfortably, very easy to work with. The bands, it's a solid black band, but it is so flexible and bendy that it was so easy to fit my eye shape and just get it on. This eye, I did not have to trim at all, but this one, I had to trim just like the barest smidge of it just to fit it nicely. But overall, there are some beautiful lashes. So the price, I guess, is up to you. I personally just couldn't see myself spending it. I'm going to check and see if Kiss Lashes actually has any style that looks close to this. And then I'll definitely pick some up, because it's a new style introduced to me that I now think is gorgeous. But otherwise, it's all up to you. It's preference. The price point is preference. That one I can't really say yay or nay on. Anywho, so that brings me to the end of this video. If you have any other specific questions about the items that I mentioned, please feel free to leave it down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You all have an amazing rest of the weekend wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, you don't want to say hi? Hi there. Say hello. Hi, Bella. Bella. Hi. She's not in the mood to be on camera.